Okay, here we got the Harb set up. I just want to make a vid. Just how I go about animating these characters. Let's lock this out. All right. Okay. So he's all ready to go. Let's go out to 10. Just double checking his pose and all that stuff like that. Yeah, everything's working. Still be a little stiffer on that. A little stiffer in the hip. Always like to pose him out first. Usually do like a test animation, but pose him out first before I animate them. Animate the characters. Just make sure everything's moving right. Something like that. Whoa. Bend. Elbow. Bend. There you go. I just don't have any stiffness in the joint. Let's tuck that arm up a little bit. Something like that. What's his balance at? Okay. Something like that. Even though he's not a rock'em sock'em robot. But just to get him posed out. Just make sure everything's flexing the way you're supposed to be flexing and stuff. And make sure his leg areas are doing what they're supposed to do. Okay. All right. Okay. Next up, animation. All right. So here we are ready to do some animation for the Harb 13. And the rig's already set up and already tested my little pose. I'm going to use my motion loader tool as I work through this, just doing his simple character walk, right? Let's get rid of these keys on 10, right? Let's do it for all items. Okay. All right. And I usually use motion mixer a lot. But when it comes to doing walk cycles, something repetitive, something repetitive. I really like the motion loader, so it works out really well. Let's go to relative load. Don't mess up. Okay. Let's make sure settings, motion loader, animals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Um, and I usually, when it comes to the, I render at 30 frames per second. I usually do something like this. So it's going to be like every step is like every step is like 20 frames or something like that. A half step is like, is it 20? No, it's 10. It's gonna be 10. It's gonna be 10, and I can always adjust it, but that's the way it starts out. Let's go to 40 frames. We're gonna go 40 because it has a loop. Um, and we'll be just using our viewport here just to do the basic selecting, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to record a basic stance. I usually just do that by default. So I'm just going to select the Harb, which is the Harb is the overall is the master. So and the master is what's going to get recorded into the motion loader. Yeah, and nobody has to do anything else. So we're just going to save motion, and we're just going to call it Harb. We're just going to go Harb stance. Harb stand. Would say idle, but he's not idling. He's just going to stand right there. That's all he's doing for right this. And it's just going to be on 0, so it's just a pose. There's nothing to overwrite, and just want to make sure it's going into the proper directory, which is there. And there you go. Okay, so Harb stand is ready. All right, that just means we have a default stand that we can always pull back in. Let's actually adjust. That's the default stand, and then now we're going to do an idle. It's not going to have any animation on it, but we're gonna we'll call it Harb posed, and it's just his normal stance, right? That that we'll just utilize to start off all his animations and stuff. So, and that's usually going to incorporate how I like to have his foot positioning and stuff. So, and that's the only thing that really changes it. And I see we have some feet dipping. What's going on with the feet dipping? What's going on? Oh, well, let's go back. Oh, we'll write over stand then, since I see we have some feet dipping. Maybe it's the control. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. That'll be our base. And let me see. I'll be able to tell what grid size I need to have. Right about there. Let's go with the grid size a little smaller. A little smaller. Yeah, give me that line right there. All right, just want that little line right there. That's all. That's all. Technically I like it to be a little bit in more. Okay. All right. And what's the rest of its positioning like? That's fine. And this is one we're going to keep. Save and select the harp again. Save motion. 0. We're going to write over harp stand. And so that's our stand right now. Okay, now we're stepping into, we're just gonna create the walk cycle real fast. It's pose to pose to pose to pose to pose. So let's just go ahead. I usually do, when I start, I just like to record everything. I usually do the my slidey feet. That's my whole thing. So actually, let's go out with a bigger. Yeah, about there. Right about here. Okay, so let's go with slidey feet. Because I do everything in layers. So let's say here, keep everything loose. And here. Okay, we can toe them up later on. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, automatically did 3. Good. All right. So slidey feet. So this is he's left foot forward, right? So we just gonna call this step 1. It's a little long, and then we'll adjust. Well, it's good. I'll keep it like that. I'm not gonna mess around too much. Call that step 1. Right, and 0, and select selected item all as children, and here. Okay, so the whole idea is everything is done pose pose, and then it gets interpolated, right? So we have harp stand, and then we have step, right? And we just keep on going. We're just going to create pose pose. So I wasn't able to do that obviously with Motion Builder. That's step 1. Step 2 is where actually let's go back to harp stand, and step 2 is right. It's gonna be the right foot up. And we go up to number 2. We don't have any rotation on it, but that's a good height for me right now. Pretty high. Can be a little lower. No, we'll go there. We'll go dramatic. We'll just do a little more dramatic. All right. Step 2. Okay. And now we're going to go out to step 3. So step 3, he's going to be, we can just pull him from here. All right, so step 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3. And he's going to be roughly, he's going to be 1, 2, 3. And planted. Okay, so that's step 3. All right. Let's see. And we have 2. Right, so I'm pulled straight up, and I'm almost at the top there. Right, I usually do whenever I animate. I mostly eyeball everything. That way I move faster. Right, and then 4. 4, we're not even close. And there it is, right there. Okay. And we're going to save this as 4. Okay. Oh, don't do that in there. I don't want to type anything. This is a little, this guy's a little finicky sometimes. Like he wants to take over the whole interface. But I like it. It's very immediate. So we have, so now we have, this is what I call the slidey feet. Well, it's not really slidey feet because we added the up and down, but you just do it like slidey front, back. That's why I always do everything in layers. So we have step 1, stepping off of the left leg, even though I normally step off of the right leg. Step 1, step 2, right, halfway, 3, and 4. Okay, right. Now we're gonna do. I'm just going to jazz this up just a little bit, just a little bit, and then we're gonna add in the body flexion. So the first thing I want to do is I'm gonna go in. We're gonna create step. It's gonna be step 01B, B, or step 01B. Yeah, B, C, D. Even though these should be labeled like as A's, right? They're fine. Let's keep them even. So let's go. We want this guy here. So stepping down, I want him. So step 1, he's going to drop down a little bit. Nothing's really happening. He's going to drop down and forward. Okay, he's going to go forward, I guess like 1 notch ish. Right, and yeah, he's pretty much on there, and he's gonna go down, boom, like that. And with that, like on a, I'll go 2 mil on there. So we go 2, and then we go -3, so that we can keep it even with him. The feet are a little different. Same thing. So 2 and 3. So we're going to do the same thing on, and let's just record him out. I could just write over stuff, but I don't like to do that. Okay. Oh, come on. Stop taking over. Maybe that's what his problem was before. All right. And that's on. Hey, you're not supposed to be 2B. What happened here? Okay, that's 1. That's 1. And so you're 1 updated. And do I have a renamer here? Okay, hold on. Let me just rename this real fast. How'd that happen? Let me just rename that real fast. That should be 1. Okay. Here we go. Back in the run-ins. All right. And so we want to, that's 1, and so we want to do 3. We're just going to kind of hop through them a little bit like that. 3, since we're already on him. And wait a minute, actually it's on here. He's 2 and 3. Negative 2 and 3. And just here. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It didn't load right. It only loaded on him. I wanted to load on the whole entire thing. So let me go 3 again. There you go. Now the right leg's up. And because you can do partial loads and stuff. All right, and we don't want to do it. 2 and 3. So negative 2 and negative 3. Just keep it simple. Right. And we just want to make sure our Harb is selected, and then we're going to save it as 3B. Save motion. Step underscore 03B. Right. 0. Say okay. Okay. Click out of that. All right, I'm having fun. Okay. Save. All right. So we have this pose. We have, because everything's going to escalate to the B's, right? So we're about to address 2 and 4, and then they're all going to be in the B's, right? That's how I considered the layers in my mind. 2 and 4. So we're addressing the torso right now, so we'll go ahead. So let's go 2. This is going to be 2B as well. And for 2, it's going to be synced, but we're going to unsync it. 2, he's going up. For right now, he's going to go up 1 whole meter or 1 whole square of the grid. 1. Okay. And that's all he's going to have for right now. And I just do this process not over and over again, but this is just because you can write over, but I don't like to. You can just keep building and building and building, but I don't like to do that. 2 and B and 0. But they're just poses. There you go. Okay. And let's do 4. We got 3B. And let's do 4. Excuse me. And let's do 4. On 4, he's went up to the other grid, right? So he's gonna go up 1 whole grid. And we're gonna select Harb. There's other things I want to do, and I may write over some of the stuff as we go on. Now that I'm out of the sticky part. Because everybody has a second stage, a B stage. Okay. So the B stage looks like this. So it goes stepping, and stepping. So the only ones I address now, I go back up again. The only ones I address now are the B stage. We leave the number 1 stage, the empty stage alone. So we go to this one, and now I did the up and down, right? So and then we did forward, right? There isn't a backward because he's only moving forward in this particular case. So we're gonna deal with rotation. Okay, so he steps down. This rotation is gonna come in handy. It's synced right now, but it's gonna come in handy later. We're gonna unsync it from the. We're gonna have it offbeat a little bit, and it's gonna it'll work out cool. So right now he's synced. So when he steps in, we're gonna do it synced. So he steps in, and he's gonna dip down just a little bit to like 8 degrees. I'm just going with numbers right now just so I can just keep repeating them. Right? And that's on 1B. And so we're just going back into Harb. Save motion. And now this is going to be C. And then I'll put it together so you can see how this is going, because I can see it in my head. Everybody else is like, where's he doing? He's just creating pose to pose. C's and 1s and 3s. So let's go to 3, right? And same thing, we're going to bring him down to on his pitch. We said 8, right? -8. Okay, and same thing, and this is going to be called 3C. Okay, and 0 is not going for any length of time. Okay, it's only going as a pose. A pose is a 0 to 0. Okay, right. And there is, let me see, step under that. You got the head dipping down. There. We can tie it together now. I think we can tie this together, and then we'll start to tweak. Then we'll tweak it in motion, right? Just to see what we got here, right? The head dipping down is going to throw everything off a little bit, but we'll just ignore it for a minute. All right, but since everybody has a B, no, not everybody. So everybody has a C. So let's go to, let's just make sure that's rotation. So let's go and see. So let's rotate him back a little bit, since everybody has a rotation. Okay. And we're just going to go a -3. I mean a 3. Okay. So we can bring these all to the C level. And okay, and let's do the same thing for 4. Okay, and we're just going to, was it 3? I said no. Let's not do that. How about we select them, and how about we do 3? It's just an order. So just like when I'm animating or rendering or camera work or whatever it is over in Blender, it has a whole entire system, which all works in harmony and everything like that. Especially when you're working week after week after week after week after week on it. But it's the same thing when I do the animation. It's a whole system built, whole system by itself with its own little controls, own little everything, own little shortcut keys, and it's good to stay. It's good when I'm able to stay in it, so for a lengthy period of time, because then everything becomes intuitive. I love when everything becomes intuitive. All right, so let's save that off now. Save motion. Oh, no. Let's not save that motion. That's a partial motion. Now we can save motion. Whenever we select the root, it saves as the overall form. Right, that's all we want to do. Now we're gonna stitch this together real quick. Okay. Now I'll select out of that. Good. All right. Now we're gonna put them on a timeline, and then we're gonna still do the motion loader, but then we're gonna do on the keyframes on a timeline as we do some individual tweaking and stuff like that. Right. So on keyframe 0, we are going with We could go with stance, but we're just gonna keep it simple. We're gonna keep it simple, right? We're gonna start here. It's just gonna be he's already gonna be in motion. All right. We're just gonna keep it simple, okay? Because I want to do something more elaborate, but then this freaking 3-hour video. And then we're just gonna put in C, 2C, right? So he's just walking in place, right? Because his master is not being animated or anything like that. We're just plunking him in. And we're going to go at 4. 4C. Okay, and we're going to go back to 1 again. Okay, so it looks like this. Right? We haven't done anything, nothing to the keyframes. We haven't done anything to the to the keyframes. So it's just stiff walking. All right, and let me just take a look. All right, that's I'm okay with that. So let's go with that. And from here, now we can start doing our going to the C. Now we can go to D level of stuff. Let me see. Is he leaning enough? Oh, I kind of like that too. It's all torso related. Let me see. Because from here I can go. Oh no, we keep torso same. Let's rotate up on toe, and this is going to be for the D's, right? Are we rotating up on toe? No, we're not rotating up on toe. Right. Oh, because I'm grabbing the wrong one, that's why. D's. Right, and we go to 20. He's going to dip in, toes dipping in a little bit on the ground. I didn't do this for the original one, but it should work. Okay, we're going to go negative 20. Okay, and let's save them off. That's D. It's just a pose. Yeah. Because that's one, that's right. And let's do, so we're going to go to 3 and do the same thing. 3. And let's just do a toe up. Now, of course, you can just do this really fast and cover up stuff and everything like that. Oh, let's, well. 1D. Okay. We're doing this on the timeline. And right here, so this is going to be, this is 3. So it's 1 is 3. Okay. So it shouldn't change. All right, 3. Toe roll. No, wrong controller. There you go. And we said forget what it was. Was it a 3? Oh my gosh, don't remember which one it was. Hold on. 20. How about that? All right. So now we're doing it on timeline. 20. Okay. Right. once again, Harb, and it's going to be set to save motion, step 03 D. And we're just going to still do it 0 to 0. That will save a pose for us. It'll still hold, and because here it is. One D. Ah, what happened? Dude, give me 1D. Oh, I should have done it 2020. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's where I went wrong. Because then it's reading this key. It was like, okay, you want me to record 0? I'm like, yeah. Save motion. Now we're gonna do a rewrite, right? So we're gonna say step 03 D and 2020. Well, 20, but no further than 20. Okay. Okay. It's fine. All right. So now, ba-doom. Okay. All right. That was that. Now that's that. Okay. So we have lean, step, everybody's on the D. That's fine. Okay. Right. So what we're going to do now, let's go in and save that before we have any problems. And even with the, I usually leave everything on linear. All right. I like the feet to be balanced properly. Yep. Okay. And now what we're going to do, the head's going to bob like that until we take everything off, until we switch everything up. All right. So now let's just deal with the hips, right? Okay. And now also, I know everybody's asking like, what was he doing with so 0 is here, stepping down. But when he comes up on 10, which is number 2, right? So we're gonna go back to 2s. Right, technically we are on this one, right? So we're on 2C, and what we want to do now is we're actually going to move two things. So we're going to change the pivot, or change the rotation of this. Right, so he's more lifting his leg. It's going to go to a 5. Okay, you can go to a 5, and then we're going to just do this all in one go. 5, and this guy is going to go to a 90. It's all so subtle, but let's say 95, 5 and 95. Okay. It can go a little bit further, Herbie. Let's go 90, not 100. Let's go 98. Something exaggerated so it's noticeable, right? Okay. And this is on, this is number 2. And so we just want to go here. And now the 2 is going to be in the D's. So step 2, D. And we want to make sure you're doing 10 tens. Okay. All right. Just save as we go. Okay. And now are we going? So we did on the 2. So now we're going to drop down to the 4 because 4 is not on D yet, and 4 is going to be on the 30. Right. And so we already know that's our 4. It won't change. Let's rotate him in. -5. Okay. And we have, I'm going to come back and do one more thing. So he's off balance right now, but that's fine. What did I say, 97 or 98? Let's say 97 for right now. Can't remember. Something like that. All right. But we'll come back and clean it up. Fine. We'll see it in a thing. Step 4. And let's go here. Go for D. 30 and 30. Okay, save that bad boy. I save a lot. I save as often as I can in all my applications. All right. No pelvis. Oh, wait a minute. He steps up. Blue. Oh, he's rotating wrong. What in the world? I was going put in the wrong number. All right. Wrong number. It's 5. Silly. 5 and negative. Is it negative 97? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, hold on. I forget where he was. Don't do that. 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 Okay. Oh. Yeah. All right. That's right. What was wrong? Pink tip. Oh. Lift. Blue lift. Oh. He's not lifting from blue. Okay. And then we just counter it. All right. I'm just eyeballing it. That would be fine. And we're just going to, let's just save all that D. Right, D, 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 D. All right, save. Don't do that. In the 30s. Oh. That's fine. You can not like the script all you want. All right. Oh, okay. So you can see it here. So here we go. We're getting there. Doom, 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 doom. All right. Now we'll keep it like that. We'll keep this exaggerated motion. Let me just do a little left and right, and then we'll fix that top part, and we'll be done. Okay. So a little left and right action on there. Oh, before we do anything like that, left and right on which mode? On he's gonna be stepping balanced, so it's on the one. No, it's on the twos. On the two. So let's go two. Okay. So this is where he's off balance, right? Although they say walking is like falling. Oops. And I just jacked up the animation. I could just fix it here and just keep on going, but let's put everybody into place like what we were doing. This is 1. Okay. All right, fine. So let's scrub out and do it. So 10, let's just go in 10, which is 2. Just go in, and we're just going to counterbalance him a little bit. Put him right about there. And that's something like almost at 5. I'll just eyeball it, no big deal. Right? He's gonna whop, he's gonna boom, go boom, he's gonna keep shifting his weight. And it's gonna be going at D, E, E's. Okay, and that's at 10. And let's let that baby rock and roll. Okay. So he does this. Crunch. And then he was over by 8, right? So come back over 30 here. Same thing. And that's number 3, which is going to be our 1, 2, 3, number 4. Number 4. And we know it is because it doesn't change. Select that, and let's just bring him over one whole notch. Just about right about there. And you see how it counters with his body? It's very exaggerated motion, right? See how it counters with his body. But it's fun to see, and I think it's fun to do a video like this. So even though in my storyline it doesn't walk like this. It walks. Matter of fact, it walks. It's so huge. It walks very subtle. Its movements are very subtle, not exaggerated like cartoony like this. But nonetheless, it's fun. And this was for it will 1, 2. This is 4. C, D, E. Yep. And let's go. I'm talking. I'm losing track. Step. Because normally when we do all this stuff, we're not talking to anybody. We listen to music and totally in the zone and all that stuff. trying to. All right. So let's see. Play it through. Just play it through. Right? Very exaggerated motion. But watch. So we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this, and we're gonna soften it up, and then we're gonna do the arms last. We're gonna just do the arms. Arms is gonna just. They're not really arms. They're these are devices, right? But they are gonna have like a little secondary kind of motion. Let's see. Right. So the first thing I want to do is let's take the head off the line. So let's just go straight into graph editor now. Okay, and let's go into which controller is this? We're not making any keyframes. We're not making any keyframes. Hello. We're not making any keyframes. We're just changing the rotation here. Right? And he's rotating on his H. What in the mess? He rotated on his pitch. Bank? Lord. Left and right bank. I thought we had some the head bobbing one. Didn't we have the head bobbing one? No? Oh. Excuse me. Oh. Well, maybe it's because it's not on the keyframe. I see the bank, but I don't see. Is that the bank? No. Oh, that's not the. It is the bank. Hold on, that's the pitch. That's the bank, the left, the right, but I don't see the pitch or the horizontal. I don't see this part here at all. Then what's making him leap upward like that? That's just the up down. We can do it here. 1 down, down. Okay. Don't do that. Oh, those are minuscule. Okay, we're gonna freeform it now. I need to get this going. Oh. Okay, let's leave that alone. Now we're gonna freeform it. Here. Pitch in, please. Right. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I must have wrote over it. Okay. Yeah, I wrote over it when I loaded the motion back in. Okay. And that's on the H. That's fine. Should be a round number, but now as I do this, so I'm just writing on the keyframe on the timeline, but I can always go to any point of this timeline and then save this as a new step, right? But we're at the point where I'm not going to do that. I don't need to do that. Not at this stage. Maybe for archiving or something, right? And okay, so here we have this. His head's bouncing down. But well, what I wanted to do. Now let's just save this because I no longer need the steps because now the steps already exist. Okay, and all I want to do is let's just play it now. Okay, and let's just offset that. Let's just offset this motion like this. So you see when it's tracking, we'll go in closer. This is why I like to use Lightwave because everything. I like Lightwave's animation because everything can be done in real time. I've always liked that part of it, that marionette kind of point. So now we're dragging it. See. Right now that feels like more of a labored walk, right? It's a little bit too labored right there. Okay. Let's look at it from another. Hello. Right, so we just offset it. Okay. Maybe it's a little too much of a dip. So we can, now that we have the dip in, now we can make it a little bit more moderate like that. Right, he's angled down a little bit. Like this. There you go. Right, you see his pelvis moving and all that stuff like that. And then what we're going to do is before we do anything to the arms is that last thing. So we're just going to save that. And we are going to just soften some stuff up. We don't need, everything's golden here. We don't need to do anything in here, right? Let's say once the animation is finally done in the mode I'm doing now, then I would literally go to the individual steps and record them out again. Save step this, step that. That way I can always pull them up at any point and load them for any other time. But let's soften him because this is just running on like hard stuff, right? Let's say here and on the Y, right? Okay, so the Y is up and down, right? And we're just going to add some, just going to make all these TCB. It'll just add a little more weight to his motion. We're not going to be overly sophisticated about it. There you go, a little more of a stomp when it comes down. Okay, and same thing for the other side on the Y. That's just the up and down we're doing. Right. And let's just make sure it's tracking. Oh, we got a little bobble. Hey, I got a little bobble. It's right in there. Oh, let's just get rid of these keys. And oh, maybe not. Hold on. It's bobbling. Oh yeah, selected. I just don't see my controller. maybe he needs to be linear. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, fine. We'll leave them on linear. Fine. Messing with the wrong ones. I knew. What was that? Who has a 4 on them? But I know which ones want to be softened up. Let's leave the feet alone. And we can get some left and right on the X. Let's go TC. Let's get him going. So he's hard ping-ponging, right? Ping pong. Let's go here. Right? So now we'll soften him up though. He's still ping-ponging because we're going to put this on an ease in, ease out. And then you see, I already feel it softening up already. Right. Now there is his up down. This one has a pitch, yeah. So let's soften that pitch up. Let's ease it in and ease it out. Okay, so that helped it a bit. All right, we got a little popping on that one leg, but we'll come back around to him. He's got a. Oh, it's the. Yeah. Let's go to the other one. But hold on. He had a forward, I thought. Yeah. He's got a forward motion too. And he's got a left and right. We want to soften that up. Unless well, no, we're just going to soften it up. I was going to say unless the pilot, but he doesn't have a pilot. Right, very soft. That's very soft. Okay, we can keep a certain amount of that heavy robotic in there. Right. Wow, he's really exaggerated, but it's noticed. It's at least it's visible. I'm gonna soften these up as I go here. Getting the ease in and the ease out on it. See? Yeah, nice. Alright. And the last one, because maybe it's a little, the headbanger thing is a little bit, maybe too heavy, but, let's see, we're going to soften it. Oh, you see how soft it got? But of course, when it reaches, oh, why are we, oh, because we're offset. So what do we do? That's what's causing that pop. So what do we do if we're offset and it's causing that pop? Well, it's post behavior. It's just going out, no big deal. But it's pre behavior. We want it to repeat, right? And then we're going to tell this one is us. Oh, let's just tell the post behavior because that's what the tail end of that is. Wait a minute. No, that's the right curve. Is it the right curve? Is it TCB? I want to go Hermite. I want to go Bezier. cutting? Why are we so bad like that? Oh, there. The pop's gone though. There you go. Okay. Yeah, he's nice and offset too. Cool, yo. Cool. Okay. And we can continue to tweak and tweak and tweak, but this is the basic process and my basic steps that I utilize to get the character animation going. I build from this, so from this can create a wide range of animated scenes and motions and stuff like that. But this is just I just want to show the process that I go through, um, using the motion loader to create the foundation for the steps. But the steps, basically, the steps are the poses. So it allows you to take pose to pose type animation to another level, and then you can blend on top. And I can go back in and record all these back in as poses all over again, and then extend them, extend them. Oh, and last thing I want to do is let's give him some. Let's at least make him walk a distance, right? I guess everybody wants to see me load in Blender, right, or something. But that's if you want to see a load in Blender, just check out have my nice little FBX to Blender tutorial. So it's more than just seeing it coming over. It's important to understand how to utilize an NLA editor, to import motions on top of your rig once your rig is inside. So it's just not. So you just don't have the surface level understanding. You have a clear, deeper understanding. You can see that in the YouTube library. But what I do want to show is, so that's walking in place, right? And let's just make him walk a distance. Well, actually, Mr. Allen, yeah, let's have him walk a distance. I'm not just that's all. I want to do something more elaborate, but then once again, it's gonna just make the video longer. Let's go to Harb rig. And Harb rig, we're just gonna do this freeforming. Right? Freeforming is not we're not utilizing a step. We're just on a timeline. Here. And then all I do is I just eyeball a lot of this stuff initially, all right, just to get the motion down, and then or the movement down, and then I go in and tighten it up. So always so I work loose and then I tighten it up, kind of like drawing and stuff, kind of the same kind of process. I'm using a little piece of paper to track exactly where my foot's going to land here. I'm just going literally. Oh, his knuckle is there. Wow, I moved a whole notch ahead of time. Something like that, right? And a little slidey. And it's a little pulley. Right here, bonk. Let's just nudge him forward a little bit. There you go, to that crease. That's sticky foot. Right, and then from here, you want to go. That's my foot I'm using as my guide. Okay. Oh, I think I have a little TCB on the up and down there. That's what the foot's sinking in. But we'll just get this part worked out. Hey. me come back to that. Boom. Okay. Now I'm utilizing this other guy. That's one line in, beyond the line. Like so. Ooh, good sticky foot. Why is he thinking? Here. And then we're just going to go once again one line in, beyond the line. I know I'm just talking out loud here. Okay. Good sticky foot. Bonk. All right, so he's walking now. I'm just looking at this thing real fast. Serve. Hey you. What happened? You were playing well, and then all of a sudden you want to go below the line. What's that about? That's like an IK thing. No, it's because it's telling me, dude, you took me off a linear. I'm like, yeah, I know. See? Intensely sticking. Alright, and so we have and then we have this. Alright. And we want to smooth that out even more. So, and then we can once again we could actually just extend his motion and then continue and then just track out his like we could do this to make him. I'll do it this one time. It's 40, 80, 120. Let's go 120 3 times, right? 0. Let's Harb. Record. Let's see if it works. Record Harb. 0 to 40. Save motion. Harb walk. And he's gonna walk. This is his walk from 0 to 40. Okay. Right. Now let's. Where did he go? Hard walk, right? So 0 to 40. 40, he's there. 40 is the same as, right? Then we should be able to go. Let me see what happens. Oh, I know. Okay. Because his master's in there, but we'll change that in a second. The main thing is, all right, let me play this through, is that he's constantly walking. It's just his controller here is having a whole other conniption fit. So what we're going to do, just for his what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of these keyframes. That's 0 to 40. I'm just going to delete that. You can track it like this. Watch this. Oh, stop, stop, stop. You can track it like this. And then we're just going to bring this down. It's roughly going to be in there. We'll see. Just on this step. Oh, we got a little pop. Okay. Right there, right? Something like that. And then all we're gonna do is post behavior. Is offset repeat. So now he's walking and walking and he's tracking nicely out to 100 out to 6 seconds. And now he's dipping. And that's because on his Y, I took him off of linear. I should have done that. And let's just one more thing. All this once again can be saved out as a motion. No need to do it at the moment, but and then he was doing. I think his oscillation was off on the pitch, on the H. Yeah. Okay. All right. We see the oscillation has met its match, right? So that's why we're dipping down like that. What happened here? It's all because of this guy. Not quite matching up there, guys. Let's see. If I get rid of you. Here you go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, now we're walking and walking and walking and walking. At least you saw it here. Okay? Yeah. And where's his Y? We have nothing going on in the Y. Oh, his, that's his H. What's his rotation? What is his rotation? I know, going on long now. Why? Oh, his pitch is on. Need to reorient that. But anyway, so here he is. If we wanted to, we could have him, act like he's. I want to say. Oh, these degrees are too small. That's why. I don't know what he's doing. He's not doing anything. I don't know what he's doing. Why are you doing that with these keyframes? But we can have him, he's walking, and then if we create another layer, walking and turning and stuff like that. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much more. But you get the point now. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so that's the process that I'm working that I utilize. So it gives everybody a better understanding. Okay. All right. Cool beans. Thanks for watching.